Shock on cooldown. There it is. Okay. I can now share, copy, paste. Copy title. Paste that and tweet it out. There we go. All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I want to get this done before I leave. There's a lot of shit that just happened today. There's pretty much just a lot of news in the Dragonflight beta. In fact, I am going to be logging into it now. But what I really want to be doing is just getting the video done, to be honest. I want to have the footage ready so I can make a video and get it shipped out before I gotta leave for Poland. So we gotta do this now. We gotta be quick. Oh yeah. Logged into BattleNet downstairs. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. But I'm gonna have to update the client. I mean, I hope the beta servers are up. We don't know that. They could very much not be up yet. But in any case, the build is already being data mined, and we can see a lot of the new stuff. We can see the class changes to Holy Paladin. There's been quite some changes to... Yeah, they're not live yet. Okay. So there's been a lot of changes to the Holy Paladin tree. So we're gonna just be... I can't speak English, man. We are going to just go through them. Yes, I gotta slow the fuck down, man. Before I put that on screen, though, let me see. There's a massive blog post where apparently nothing's said about Paladin. Many talents being renamed. Alright, so we got this blog post here where, let me zoom this in a little bit and maybe put my camera down on the right. That's not the one, that's not the one, that's not the one. It's always the last one. There it is, okay. So, there is this big blog post talking about the new class system, new talent system rather, but there's nothing said about Holy Paladin, or rather Paladin in general. We have Mage, Monk, we have Priest down here, and after that it just goes past where Paladin usually would go. So, it doesn't seem like this affects Paladin in any way. Otherwise, or rather anyways, we are going to be checking out the first part of this whole thing. So here we go, development note. We have had to add a lot of extra spells and modifiers with the talent system, which means a lot of new names also need to be added. While a lot of these names will also made pass on the names of almost every talent. Several of them are having their name changed. We try to avoid changing terms people are very familiar with. We aren't looking to remain the core building blocks of classes or specs. Spells like Fireball, Mortal Strike, Rejuvenation are certainly not going to be changing names. Several talents with modifiers or spells may see some changes, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it doesn't really seem this affects us whatsoever, but yeah, some name changes. That's interesting, I guess. Yeah, we got to show the Marats and Soulbind buff. Yeah, that should all be in my Discord. Join my Discord. There's a channel where you can get everything about my weak auras. It should be there. It should be part of the whole Holy Paladin kit. So I have a whole set of weak auras for Holy Paladin, and it should be in there. So you might need to download the whole thing and then just grab the one you need. But yeah, it is over there. So okay, now let's look at the changes to Paladin. Let's start with Holy. It seems to be the first one, so let's go. We don't really see the tree yet, I don't believe so, because this has its own life, but let's see. Healing an ally directly. Okay, so they removed this, which was a little bit funky, at least the part from the tooltip. It was still in the tooltip saying that you also got holy power from healing the beacon target. That's now just been moved onto the talent itself, so that's not it's not so confusing now. That's just tooltip error, not a problem. Holy Shock now a holy spell. The category changed from uncategorized to specialization. Okay, well, that must have been a bug of some sort. So, now available to all specs. Okay. And the talent position has changed. So we'll see about the position change of all the talents. We'll see it whenever the beta servers go live or the tree is actually updated on Wired. Otherwise, we can't see that just yet where the talents are going to be. But, oh, we see Aspirations of Divinity now has been changed from a static amount to a percentual amount. Okay. I wonder how much this would be given then. So I can't really remember how much intellect I had now on the beta, but this could be a buff or a nerf depending on how much intellect we had. Before it was a flat amount, it was supposed to be about 20 something. I don't really know. It's been not really working too well, so let's see what this is really amounting to once we can log in. It's also being changed from the same name. Oh yeah, it's no longer aspirations, now it's just aspiration. Available to all specs. Yeah, I mean, it was... Wait, so they moved this over to the regular holy tree, like the class tree, not the holy tree? I guess that's what I'm getting, right? If it's available to all specs, that's what it should mean. Talent position has changed for Aura Mastery, alright. Talent position changed. The Aura of Zeus Vengeance available to all specs. It was already the case, though, as far as I know. Avenging Crusader has been changed. Okay, you become the ultimate Crusader of Light for 20 seconds. Crusader Strike and Judgment cooldown 30% faster and heal up to 3 injured allies for a bunch. That was already the case before. If Avenging Wrath is known, also increases Judgment, Critical Strike, and auto attack damage by 30%. Okay, so they renamed this and they made it so it's not so funky anymore. I guess they just fixed it, basically. It was not working before, now it is, and there's literally saying new. I don't even know why I would say that, but anyways. Call upon the light and become an avatar. There was a typo on wings. Okay. It says now available to all specs once again, but that was already the case. So anyways. Talent position changed for a lot of this stuff. Beacon of Light. The talent that gave you the extra holy power when you healed the beacon targets. Now changed from Beacon of Light to Tower of Radiance. That was already the name for it. Okay. So it's called Tower of Radiance, but why does it say Beacon of Light? Okay. Anyways, beacon position change for some of the talents. Again, talent position change. Now available to all specs. That was already the case. Same thing here, same thing here. Spec change to just protection? Hold up. We'll have to see about that one. Talent position change. Boundless Salvation has been buffed by quite a little bit. This before increased the duration of the buff from Tears Deliverance whenever you healed somebody with a direct healing effect, that being either Flash of Light or Holy Light. Before it was only 0.5 for a Flash of Light, and now it's 1.5, and they extended the same thing for Holy Light direct heals to 3 seconds. That's okay, I guess. Still don't really know if you would ever pick that, but before nobody was picking that for sure. Position change, all specs, position change, all specs. Position change, position change, position change. Nothing really exciting. Alright, Imperial Endowment. Judgment empowers your next final verdict to automatically activate Divine Storm. I guess they rewarded this, so it also... Wait, hold up. This was only for Holy before, so they also made it into a Retribution thing? Hold up, but we're talking about the Holy spec, so does this mean it's been removed? I wonder. Oh, never mind. It's just included the same thing. So Word of Glory automatically to Lardon. So, okay, so they made it so that it's also part of the Retribution talent tree. Okay. Imperial Legacy is called now. Now it's called Imperial Legacy. I wonder why they didn't go with Endowment. Probably nobody knows what that means. I sure don't. Focal Light, same thing. It's been changed to Commanding Light. Okay. Glimmer changed from the position. Golden Path now available to all specs. Oh my. Okay. That was... I mean, it's gigabad, but whatever. Holy Aegis now available to all specs. This was part of the core tree already, I believe. Nothing new. Talent position change. Holy Shock! Hold up. What did they do about it? They just made it a level 18 talent. Is that about it? So they made it into a holy kind of spell. Yeah, whatever they said before. Nothing really seems to have changed. Same increased critical strike chance and generates more holy power. Okay. A lot of talent position changes. Available to all specs. Available to all specs. Talent position changes. Name change from Judgment to Greater Judgment. Okay, sure. Specialization change from Holy Protection, Retribution to Holy Protection, Judgment of Light. So no longer Retribution has access to Judgment of Light. That's pretty huge. Lay on hands equal to 100% of their maximum health. Okay. So it was different somehow? I don't know. Nothing new here, nothing new here, nothing new here. Position changes, available to all specs. Okay. Dusk and Dawn, and then Seal of Order seems to be what's been changed. It's been baked into it. Hold up. Seal of Order and Holy Power spending abilities deal 0% additional increased damage and healing. Blessing of Dusk, damage taken reduced by 4%. Seal of Order would then increase the armor as well and the cooldown thing. I guess they are just fixing this to actually work, but the way it seems to be written is that like Seal of Order is baked into Dusk and Dawn now. I wonder if that's the case. That would make little sense. Power of the Silver Hand, procs change from 1 to none. Okay. I mean, this didn't even work before. I wonder if they've made it like manual, like actually usable. I don't know. Position change for Hutch, or rather the kick. Okay, they've changed something about the massive amount of like the big judgment or the big word of glory after using sack. So what is this about? The effect bonus damage cannot exceed 30% of your maximum health, and its bonus healing cannot exceed 100% of your maximum health. So there it is, guys. The security measures to prevent this talent from actually being absolutely insane and probably one-shotting people and stuff if you were able to get a lot of value from it. I just thought when I read about this talent that it could probably be featured into a couple of Rextroy's videos because of its nature, but now it's capped, so it shouldn't be a problem. I don't think it's probably gonna do that anymore. Relentless Inquisitor, maximum rank has changed from 2 to 1. Okay! I mean, nobody was picking it before, so I guess it's a little bit of a buff to it. Position change. Sanctified Wrath. They changed the way it reads. Call upon the light and become an avatar of retribution for 20 seconds. Reducing Holy Shock's cooldown by 40%. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. This either was not properly written in the tooltip, or they just did not implement it before, but the way it read before, if you were a Holy Paladin picking Sanctified Wrath, is that you would be getting Holy Power or 1 extra Holy Power from Judgment, but since you got no Holy Power from Judgment, that was not a thing. So now at least this is doing what it's supposed to do, which is reduce Holy Shock cooldown by a lot. Okay, so that should be good. It should also be doing the 25% longer thing, right? Yeah, it's right here. 25% longer. Oh no, hold up. They just changed this to only be for Prot and not Red. But then this is like the holy version is this one. It doesn't say that it increases the length of wings anymore. So you're just picking this for the reduced Holy Shock cooldown during wings. Alright. If that's the case, that's interesting. Huh, okay. Scintillation, Divine Glimpse, that's the name. I wonder why they changed these names. Really doesn't make any sense. I mean, sure, maybe it's more understandable. Whatever. Seal of Clarity, nothing new here. Seal of Might, removed. Percent modifier, now it's a flat modifier. It still says percent though, I don't know. Okay. Name change from Seal of Might, not yet implemented, to Seal of Might. So now it's implemented, that's what I'm getting at. Oh shit, there we go. Seal of Order, there it is. Flat label modifiers, effect number 2, 3, 4. Effect removed. So I'm just getting at, what I'm reading about this is like, it's working now, so not gonna read too deep into it until we see what's up. That didn't change any of the values, or at least it didn't seem so. Seal of Reprisal, same stuff, changed positions and available to all specs. It was already part of the whole tree anyways. Same stuff. Seraphine, the light magnifies your power for 15 seconds. And a bunch of mastery with a new formula. Okay. I guess that's new? Maybe? I don't know. I have no idea. Otherwise, they just changed the position, but... Mad Paragon, hold up. Hammer of Wrath and Judgment deal 10% additional damage and extend the duration of Ranging Crusader. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're cooking something here. So we're also getting Wings extension from Judgment. Okay, Mad Paragon just got a whole lot better. Which I think is needed because Seal of Order is really competitive. Like the 10% increase damage and healing done while you have Blessing of Dawn that just looked like a lot more damage to me than Mad Paragon. But this definitely seems to be making it a massive contender. I guess they want this to be the damage option and the other one to be the more probably rating option, but you could play either in any situation, and this definitely makes it a lot more. Hold up. Name changed from Mad Paragon to Zealot's Paragon. Wow, that's a big change. I mean, we've known this thing for like 2 years now, called Mad Paragon. Naming it something else now is just weird, but you do you. Leon Hand... Okay, that's a big typo. Whatever. Position change, position change, position change. Okay. And that's already brought, so... Right, we need to look at the tree. It seems like Unending Light still is not yet implemented, which is... Oh no, it is. Okay, so the name is changed from not yet implemented to actually doesn't even say... So it doesn't say that anymore, so it should be implemented. We can also test that. Let's see what the general spell changes are. Avenging Wrath, causing Judgment to generate 1 additional holy power. That's for Retribution. Oh, so they baked the other... They baked the other effect from Sanctified Wrath into Avenging Wrath for red? So it generates 2 holy power, or it only generates holy power during wings? That's so weird. I don't really know. Each holy power spent causing you to explode with holy light, dealing damage to nearby enemies. So that's the red part, the deal damage to nearby enemies. For holy, reducing holy shell cooldown by 40%, and causing Judgment to generate 1 additional holy power. Gotta read this properly, hold up. Not really sure what that means, but this is just the effect from Sanctified Wrath, so I don't really know if this applies to us, Holy Paladins, but if Judgment generates holy power during wings, that is also pretty huge. That is also pretty huge. Consecrated Ground also consecrates the ground under you, reducing the movement speed of enemies during by 50%. This didn't read this way, I think. It was not in the tooltip, so now we know that Consecration had a buff added to it, which slowed down enemies by 80%, I think it was before. Oh, never mind. No, that was you cannot be slow below 80% of your normal movement speed or something like that. I still wonder if that's like somewhere it's explained, but... And what about this? Crusader Strike. Strike the target for a bunch, generates 1 holy power. They've changed something about it, I don't really know. The name has been changed to Greater Judgment whenever you do the thing about the debuff you apply with Judgment. And there's Improved Cleanse, category changed from uncategorized to talents. So now they added... Okay, so they removed the Poison Dispel talent, and they just made a new talent called Improved Cleanse, which is going to make our normal cleanse also dispel poisons and diseases. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. It was not the case before. You had a separate spell that you had to also keybind just to remove poisons and diseases. In fact, the poison and disease, the spell didn't even work. Appreciate the follow, by the way. So now it works, and it's all baked into the same talent. That is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Also, apparently on the PTR, there's the loading screen now for Dragonflight. So let's see if that's... Is this actually working already? Let's see. There's... Okay, they're not up yet. So let's just go into the PTR. Let's see if that's working. I want to see the loading screen. Gotta update it first, though. They changed the mount for the 500 mounts achievement, which I already have, so this is like an immediate thing that I get. Unfortunately, there's no fun in it. I'd rather have something that I need to work towards, but anyways, they made it ethereal, sort of, and it also flies. Cool. They removed Necrotic and Inspiring. At least it seems so, because they are not in the list of affixes for Dragonflight. There's the Season 1 affix for Dragonflight. There's Sanguine, Raging, Bursting, Quaking, Bolstering, Spiteful, Explosive, Volcanic, Storming, Grievous. A lot of shitty affixes still here, but Necrotic and Inspiring are gone. I don't really mind Inspiring too much, but Necrotic was definitely very bad. There's just... well, I didn't really expect them to remove Tyrannical and Fortified. I think that whole idea of having off weeks where you play more for the bosses or for the trash, I think that's here to stay. Not like I like it or anything, I just think that they already implemented that in Season 2 of Shadowlands, where you had to play both dungeons. it does not seem to me that they did not like that decision, since it's been there for ever since. So let's get this to update, but let me see if we can actually see the tree for Holy Paladin, the new one at least. Talent calculator. Otherwise, it should be going live anyways in no time. Do we see anything different here? Is this still saying 0.5? Yeah, okay, so this is still the old version of the tree. We cannot yet check the tree and where things have been changed to, but it does seem to me like they have repositioned things in the tree. And actually, I think I saw Towley on Twitter. He was... he tweeted something about the new animation for changing talents. So, yeah, there's also a lot of new stuff that's happening. So let me go and check for Tally, and I'll show you the tweet. I think he's on the PTR, so I wonder if the PTR is really over live. Somehow they sometimes deploy things before on the PTR than on... Okay, there it is. So he's definitely on the PTR. You can see he's changing talents, and this is the... So we can see the tree over here. But I'm sure we'll look into it in a second. But anyways, whenever the talents are actually changed, there's now a little bit of a holy shock, whatever you can call it. It does some things. And here's a loading screen. So the PTR must be live, at least, to open it up. It's not live on the beta somehow. So that's weird. But yeah, here we are. Somehow my internet is pretty slow today. And by pretty, I mean a lot. But yeah, usually have 100 megabytes download speed, so this only being 5 means something's going on with my network. For sure. Anyways, let's see if there's anything new in Wowhead, but definitely a lot of exciting stuff to check out. Talent calculator updated with a PTR build. Okay, so I might need to go through here. I just need to click here. Click here, click here. And is there anything... Okay, this is updated. Alright, so here we go. It's up to date. Let me make this big. So let's see first the normal Paladin tree. So far, everything looks the same. The position for Rebuke is also the same. There might have been some connections changed, so you don't have to... Yeah, in fact, let me also open up the old one. So, just looking at the shape of things, right? Like, look at this thing. You can immediately see the difference, and that's like... In the new one, we just have improved cleanse as the icon changed. And then everything else seems to be the same. Now, I'm already seeing some difference in the right side of the... Like, on the actual holy spec tree. But... Yeah, this being the new one for the Paladin tree, we just see improved cleanse being a thing now. The position of everything is the same. I don't see any icons changing anymore. Let me see how this reads for Holy. It just reads reducing Holy Shock's cooldown by 40%, so that's what we expected. What about wings? Nothing crazy over there. It's the same as always. There was some tweaks to... Matt Paragon, now it's called Sealat's Paragon, and it includes the Judgment side of things, so that's good. Seal of Order still reads the same way. Your Holy Power spending abilities deal 10% increased damage and healing in the Dusk, and your armor increases 10% by 10%, and Holy Power generating abilities cool down by 10% faster, so still says the same thing. I'm assuming it just works now. Over here, we are having this increase our intellect by 1%, only 2 stacks as before, so 2% increase intellect with this. I wonder if that's going to be a buff or a nerf. And everything seems to be just about the same. Now, let's move on to the actual Holy Tree, though. Let me click here so we can see the Holy Tree. So the thing that changed, as you can see here, is the position of the old Scintillation, or rather Echoing Blessings. It has the same icon as Scintillation. Now, this is the new tree. It's, instead of being here and only accessible if you pick Rule of Law, you can also access it by just going down this path. I think this was like the old position of it. Nothing crazy changed there. So at least you don't have to go through something you don't want to pick that. Also giving you maybe more options from this node downwards. Not a bad thing. I'll take that. So, anything big change? They did buff Boundless Salvation. Don't really know if this is gonna be that great of a thing. Anyways, what about Wings Might? How does this read now? Call upon the light and become an avatar of retribution, increasing your critical strike chance by 20% for 20 seconds. So that's all they did to it. They just removed the increased damage part, and now it gives you the critical strike part that you lost when they separated this from normal wings. So that is basically just what we had before. At least now we know for sure that's what they wanted to do. It makes it weaker than what it could potentially have been, but it is what it is. If you want more damage, you gotta pick that. And it definitely seems like 20% more crit during wings is quite above. I don't think there was any other changes to any of this other stuff. They did make Relentless Inquisitor only one stack. So this is wrong right here. This should be only one stack. And I am assuming this also goes to 5 with one stack. But it does not reflect in here right now. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's about it. They haven't really changed anything else in the tree. Everything looks the same. It's gonna be a matter of actually logging into the beta and playing around with things and see if things are actually fixed. In fact, we already have access to the PTR, I believe, so let's see if we can actually log in. The build has already been updated in the PTR. As you can see, we have the new loading screen. Looking good as fuck. Oh my god, that looks nice. And there we go. Level 60 character. Still not level 70 on the PTR. That will never be the case, really, until we have actually... That's never the point of the PTR, in fact, so... We're not gonna get level 70s over there. But your talents have been reset. Okay, so that means they have been actually changed in here. Yes, they have. Let's go through the movements then. Let's rebuild the tree of what I think would be... Okay, an ending light has been actually implemented, so let's see what that looks like. This also seems to be changed in some way. I don't know what it is, but there's something about the visual of how I'm building this that it feels like it's changed. Like in a good way. Not really sure why. This also pops in a different way. Look at that. It like has a little delay, so it's like popping. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like different to me as well. But we're just rebuilding the same tree here. Picking the stuff that we had to pick before, pretty much. Let's do this. What build should this be, anyways? Oh yeah, I'm out of points already, right? Because I don't have. Oh yeah, it also looks shiny. The other options that I did not pick like shined for a second, but I don't have all the points because I'm not level 70. Let's just rebuild this to what it was before, but as best as we can. So we have improved cleanse. Let's get the things that we kind of want to test out. Anything that might be especially interesting. Mad Paragon and the Judgment increase to... Oh yeah, let's do Mad Paragon first and then we'll do... Okay, so that was immediate. That was like the first time I made a new build, so I guess that's why it didn't require a cast, but... So, whenever we now have wings active, wherever I put those... There we go. Our judgments are also going to increase the duration of wings, as well as Mad Paragon, so... Hammer Rats. So you can see I have 12 seconds, 11 seconds, and now I'm going to use it when it's 8, and it's going to go back to 9. Yes. So that's pretty huge. It's quite a huge buff to Mad Paragon. It's going to make it much better. And we're just going to have a lot more extension of wings, also giving Judgment a lot more value during wings. And by proxy, also giving more value to Light's Hammer, because we're just going to, or rather Judgment of Light, because we're just going to be spamming that a lot more during wings. But also, I don't know. For the sake of damage, it is good. For the sake of healing, it's kind of good as well, but not as much. Because during wings, pressing Judgment was like the last thing you kind of wanted to do anyways. But now at least you have that going on for it. So that is no longer Mad Paragon. That's just gonna take a lot of time to get used to not calling it Mad Paragon. Let's remove a lot of these things and peak Seal of Order. And I also want to remove some other point if I can. No, I can't. I don't have enough. I wanted to pick all the points of Seal of Alacrity and just go down to Sanctify Wrath. But that's already what we used to have in normal Sanctify Wrath, right? Like reduce cooldown on Holy Shock. That's like what you would expect, I think, right? From retail, if I'm not confused. But now let's go to 5 Holy Power and see if we actually have Seal of Order working. Yes, we have. There it is. Blessing of Dawn. Damage and healing increased by 6%. Holy Power spending abilities deal 10% additional damage and additional increased damage and healing. So it's only applying to Shield of a Righteous, but that's quite a nice buff. And then, once we go to 0, we are going to get the buff to Blessing of Dusk. So we have our damage taken reduced by 4%, we have armor increased by 10%, and the Holy Power generating abilities are cooldowning 10% faster. So, can we really feel that? Let's go down to 0 and see. So the cooldown on this recharge is 4.5. Whenever we get the buff, it says 4.5 still. But we can assume that's going to be a little bit faster. How could we tell though? If it doesn't say in the tooltip. Can't really tell much, but recharging 1 second. I mean, we can't see the actual duration as it says right there. Recharging, 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 recharging. Okay. So let's go down to 0 now. It kind of bugged out because, okay, no, it needed to, you need to have a charge recharging as you have the buff as well. So let's go back to 2 charges, get the buff, and see. We got the buff. It pretty much still said 5, so I guess it's working, but it's really hard to tell. You're just gonna have to trust it, and if it is working, it is working. It's kind of cool though. Blessing of Summer. Let's actually test Blessing of Summer. I don't think they changed anything about it. Can I use it on somebody? I guess on myself. It is still Blessing of Summer. They didn't change the tooltip, so that still says that it's gonna be turning, but it doesn't turn, so it is what it is. Look at that, it's shining now a little bit. So that's Seal of Order, it works now, that's pretty cool. We could play around with it and see how it feels. Sanctified Wrath. Okay, so this only now has to charge while it's changing talents. And you have that effect, so... Sanctified Wrath is now also going to increase the length of wings. Okay. So it's no longer 20, it's also 25, but it's now going to give us the reduced cooldown on Holy Shock by 40%. So we gotta go to the spell book because I never put wings anywhere. And there we go, we got a much shorter cooldown on that. 3.4. That's pretty good. We're just spamming it, and with Crusader's Might we can go back to Crusader Strike, Holy Shock, Crusader Strike, Holy Shock, Crusader Strike, Holy Shock, Crusader Strike, Holy Shock. So that is dope. That is dope. You can go back to Crusader's Might, Holy Shock. Or Crusader Strike, Holy Shock. That's insane. And whenever Wings ends, it goes back up to a bunch more cooldown. Okay, so that's really good. That is really good. That's quite a buff to Wings. In particular to these talents, Sanctified Wrath. So a lot of the capstones have been buffed. In fact, every single capstone has been buffed in some way. At least Seal of Order works now. But this one having that effect has been buffed. Also kind of could call it fixed. Mad Paragon being changed to this, also having Judgment increase the duration of wings and doing 10% increased damage is also huge. Every capstone is now way more interesting. I love that. So all the decisions now are better. Let's see the thing about this. It's now called Cleanse, but also has the effects about removing poisons and diseases all baked into it. That is huge. Love that. Finally, we don't need another useless keybind for another spell. We pretty much, you know, make the same use of it. Really, it's just a dispel. And everything else has not been changed. There's not been any number changes. If I'm not forgetting anything, everything else remains the same. This one is now being implemented. It's just a change of, you know, amount of stats we get. In fact, let's apply these changes if I can even. You can't do so while Avenging Wrath is on cooldown. Oh, right, because I had this talented. Yeah. Let me wait that out and see. I want to see how much mastery I get out of that. 25 goes to... It literally stayed the same. Oh, because it's only lunar wings. Yeah, it's only lunar wings. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. So I lost 1% haste. Now I'm tripping as well. So now we get from 25 to... It didn't change at all. It's the same. It still says the same. The Ring Avenging Wrath, I should have 8% increased mastery. It's 25. I've removed Avenging Wrath and it still says 25. So this is not doing anything right now. It is supposed to be implemented. In fact, this is also implemented on Ending Light. Each holy power spent on Paladin increases the healing of your next Word of Glory by 5%, up to maximum of 45%. Is this gonna give us a buff that we can track? No. It doesn't give anything. Also, this still goes all the way to 3 stacks, so we can... Hold up. Oh yeah, okay, that was just 0.5, now it's 1... Okay. There is no buff to it. There's no buff to this. But we can test the difference between the different casts of Word of Glory. So how much is it? It is 45. It is 5% per holy power spent, so that is 3 casts. So this should be the 3rd cast, should be fully charged now. And now I'm gonna heal myself with Word of Glory. If I don't lose the proc of Divine Purpose. And it does 28, almost 29 with a critical strike. Now let's do a normal one without the buff. Okay, this one didn't crit, so we gotta do another one. Alright. Well, the other one critical striked for 28. The next one didn't critical strike, but it was 17. And the next one only did 15k somehow. Let's do another one here, see if it critical strikes. No, it probably is gonna be faster to just get 3 casts out so we can see the buff one without a critical strike. Unlucky me that I critical strike when I didn't need it. Okay, that's 2. And that's 3. And let's generate the holy power, drop wings, so I have good point of comparison. Heal myself, and it was only 16.6. And the next one that should not be buffed did 17, so that thing's not working. That's not working. That's still not working. Seems like it's the same case as Seal of Might. It's not yet actually working. Kinda weird. Anyways, that's basically it. There's nothing else. This is still not properly fixed, apparently, according to what was said in the blog post. If we go back to the blog post, they said for Holy that... Let me find it though. Let me just actually search for the name. Probably gonna be faster. Relentless Inquisitor. Oh, it was right there. Maximum rank has been changed from 2 to 1. Still remains at 2 right now in the PTR. And the PTR contains a new version of the tree. So that's basically still remains as what it is. Or what it was. Is Avenging Crusader working? Let's find out. Yeah, 2 ranks. And nothing new there. Avenging Crusader, still bugged, or is it working? Did they change the icon on Intercession? Okay, now it works. Yes. Yes, it does work. Perfect, so we can see it's healing people and blah blah blah. Also, will Avenging Crusader work with Mad Paragon? Yeah, it will work really well because of the increased judgment damage. So that means more healing. So we know we need to wait for wings to reset, but then we could also extend the duration of Avenging Crusader by throwing those judgments. So that's huge. But now we need to reset the Avenging Crusader. So let's wait for a couple seconds here and see how much we can reset that to make it. Let me read through some of the comments here. I haven't been looking at the chat at all. When you take Avenging Crusader, does Awakening proc or is just Avenging Wrath? Let's see, let's find out. Vintage is on PTR, so not sure if the code lines up with beta, but I think Unending Light works. There is no buff for it. Well, it didn't do anything. Sanctified Wrath to change. Yep, we checked that out. Well, Sanctified Wrath, hold up. What am I tripping for a second? Yeah, I'm not tripping. We checked that. It's been not just the tooltip change, but also the thing. Seal of Order does not seem to update the tooltip on the CD, though. It's updating the tooltip on the buff. Seal of Clarity doesn't seem to work for me. Seal of Clarity was this... Clarity? Clarity, this one. Oh. Yeah, I haven't really seen this one really, like, in action. I've always assumed it did work, but... Hey, if it doesn't, it doesn't. But with the Sanctified Wrath with Glimmer, Seal of Clarity doesn't work. At least on PTR. Seal of Might and Clarity broken. Seal of Might is just supposed to... Hold up. Seal of Might. There's a lot of seals. There's way too many seals. Seal of Might, that one, yeah. That one doesn't work. Related to the talent you searched. Okay. That's pretty cool. Do you know if they're gonna test the raid? They will, I think, but I don't know when. So, seems late already for it. I don't know. We're just in September. The expansion is supposed to release in November. 2 months from now. I mean, this is still really unfinished. As of now. I don't really know how much they've changed this beta build, but there was a lot of stuff just unfinished, at least with Holy Paladin. The dungeons we tested had a lot of broken stuff. At least one of them did a lot. And there's a lot of balancing to still do. Is this gonna release in a good state? You cannot expect this to release in a good state, man. We're talking about Blizzard. Of course it's gonna be broken. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that's not gonna be properly balanced, and it will have to get fixed over the patches. That's just how Blizzard works. At least they will ship the game in a playable state, probably. But do you expect it to be perfect? It's never gonna be perfect, man. It's a live development game. It's always gonna be a changing process. And we called it beta for Azeroth for a reason. That's how it works from ever since I've been playing this game. You've been live testing the game as it's actually gone live, so... You don't think they did much for us this build? Probably the Silver Hand seems to work. It does. At this point we got Caster. Isn't that fixated for now? It's gonna be a mess at start. At least they don't have to fix power and shit. Yeah, that's something. That is true. Caster stuff hasn't changed much. If they fixed Power of the Silver Hand, that's something to play around with. That is a buff. This read the following: Holy Light and Flash of Light have a chance to grant you Power of the Silver Hand, increasing the healing of your next Holy Shock by 10% of all damage and healing effective done within the next 10 seconds up until a maximum of a bunch. So only 10% of healing and the damage done. That means that you need to do 400% or 400k damage or healing, or both of them together, during the next 10 seconds to buff your next Holy Shock to the max. It's gonna give you fatter Holy Shocks, which is gonna be good. It's gonna be really good, actually. I wonder what the proc rate is, though. Where did we check that last time? It was in Wowhead, wasn't it? I mean, we gotta pick it, so... Okay, let's just see. Okay, so how much duration we can get onto our Avenging Crusader buff. So let's go. I don't even know, but I've done like 1 judgment and 1 hammer of wrath. That's the 2nd judgment, so 1 of each. 1 of each. 3 of each. So that's 6 seconds already. And 4 of each, so that's 8 seconds increase on Avenging Crusader. And that's 1 more, and that's 1 more. So we got 10 extra seconds on Avenging Crusader. 10 extra seconds. If we are able to spec into Sanctified Wrath, which we are, then we can also get these to last 5 extra seconds, which would probably give us another usage of... No, I wouldn't give us another one of either of them, because they have longer cooldowns than 5 seconds. But Hammer of Wrath is reduced by haste, whereas Judgment seems to also be, but like it's 9 seconds cooldown, so it's a lot longer. We could potentially get upwards of extra 12 seconds if we play Avenging Crusader. So we could get that for a total of, what is it, 37 seconds? 37 second duration on Avenging Crusader, that's really good. If we get 12 second extension on top of a 25 second duration. Unfortunately, we cannot talent into Sanctified Wrath here on the PTR, so we can't see that. But if we talent onto Sanctified Wrath, we can see that it says that our wings last for... You are in combat. They do last for 25 seconds instead of 20. They should. Maybe Avenging Crusader is always capped at 20 seconds. That's what it seems to be. Let's just find out, though. Appreciate the sub very much, Yuriko. The sound is not actually playing, but thank you so much. Let's see, it's 25, so it does, okay, it is 25, so we could potentially, with more haste, get this to last for 37 seconds if you're able to always use Judgment and Hammer of Wrath on cooldown. On top of that, Veneration could give you even more extension if you get procs of Hammer of Wrath. There it is. That is a lot of Avenging Crusader. Now, Avenging Crusader still does what it does. It hasn't been buffed in any way, besides the Judgment thing, so... or rather, besides the interaction with Mad Paragon, extending the duration from Judgment as well, so... Is that gonna be, like, good enough? Probably not, I don't know. It's interesting, though. Kinda shit we cannot pick both at the same time now, but... What else was I thinking about testing? We know this works, and it could potentially do quite decent numbers. What else was I thinking about? Hold up. Oh yeah, Power of the Silver Hand. Yes, Power of the Silver Hand. True. Stacks twice and hit hard? Hold up. Stacks twice and hits hard. 100% proc rate and it procs twice on 2 beacons? Cast Flash of Light. I don't see Veneration proc that much out of this though. If you play a caster build, it would proc a little bit more. But a caster build with Avenging Crusader seems like a little bit weird. But still, you could have like that interaction where you actually only go melee when you pop wings. That could be a thing. I mean, that's like a separate thing. But it would obviously break the I am ranged kind of thing. Anyways, let's see how it procs. So it procs off of Holy Light and Flash of Light. It says has a chance. Is it gonna be 100%? It is as of now, it seems. I just got a proc. So I got 10 seconds to do a lot of healing. See what that adds up to. Effective healing and damage done. It only says effective... Oh, hold up. No, that's just a separate buff. Okay. Okay, so it only says effective healing. But it's also damage. It's also damage. What is the internal cooldown of it anyways? None. Hold up, that's huge. Okay. So it's increasing the thing, but the tooltip only says healing, which is fucked. What if I cast another Flash of Light? I get it again. What if I recast it? I keep extending the duration? Okay. Alright. Okay, so we have 100% uptime of this if we are like playing a caster build. We just keep on getting fat Holy Shocks. So we're always going to be doing damage and healing, therefore we're just going to keep on getting fatter and fatter Holy Shocks. Yo, what up, Nost? Long time no see. How pissed is Paladin? Oh man, we just got a lot of things fixed and changed, and it might be a massive amount of buffs. Now, I don't think this works as intended. Because it says, has a chance to grant you Power of the Silver Hand. It says a chance, and it's a 100% chance. That is obviously a chance, but 100 is, you know, why would you even specify if it's 100, right? So I think something's not working properly here. I guess they just want to test this thing out. But yeah, the tooltip still only says effective healing will be added until the next Holy Shock. So the damage is being counted, but the tooltip is bugged, and we just get, once we do the damage, we get Also, we still have this thing, Sanctified Brand, not being able to be slowed below 80% of normal movement speed. Pretty good for some scenarios, I guess, but... The buff lasts for how long? What is it, like 12, 15 seconds? I proc it, and then I get it. It's 15 seconds duration. Okay, 15 second duration of the buff. So you're always gonna be using this. This is gonna be used constantly. Every time you're gonna be holy shocking. So you're gonna be holy shocking every 5, 4, 3 seconds, depends on what you're playing. And that will be consumed on cooldown, no problem. It's a matter of how often and how much you can stack the buff up to be. But that's huge. Maybe not intended, but at least that is huge. Min with just min in the normal builds. Oh yeah, if you're just playing Veneration with a melee build and not casting, then it still kind of sucks. If you use it more, Holy Shock does it instantly proc again. Hold up. Let's see if it's consumed actually. Yeah. We consume it. It didn't get consumed though. Oh, shit, okay. It didn't get consumed when I used the Holy Shock. Your next Holy Shock will do additional healing. I Holy Shock, and now it did. Okay, now it did. Did it just... What the hell? Okay, Holy Shock, and... The buff is... Oh, it's immediately reapplied. Okay, it's immediately reapplied because I still have the buff. So I consume the buff. But I immediately get it again. Alright. So, it consumes it for healing only? Well, not sure. Shouldn't be the case, right? Like, you just get a buff and it says deals an additional amount of healing. That is true. How does it read? Effective healing you do within the next 10 seconds. Yeah, it does say only increases the healing of the Holy Shock, so it doesn't actually make it do more damage. That is fine though. We're looking at a caster build that could potentially, like, it's starting to shape up to have more and more healing added onto it. Yeah. I don't know, that's definitely a massive buff to it. I'm sad they didn't do anything about Barrier of Faith, but they also increased the power of Boundless Salvation quite a little bit. Tears Deliverance also getting more and more valuable. Yeah, the thing about caster is it might just happen. Like, it's not just gonna be viable. It might just be good. So you cannot just, like, disregard it. There's the question of, is it gonna be a hybrid between melee and caster, or is it gonna be a full ranged? I don't think the hybrid thing will ever, like, the full ranged thing will ever happen, but still, we could pretty much be casting under pretty much a lot of circumstances. Yeah, can't really outrule anything. Still not working, Barrier of Faith? Barrier of Faith worked before, it just sucks. Consumption for healing all? Yeah, that we already talked about. It's only for healing, the consumption thing. So Barrier of Faith, let me put that, it's already there somewhere. Oh, there it is. So it's only accumulating off of the actual healing done, yes. So that still works that way. Doesn't proc off of the overhealing, so that's still dog shit. And the values on it are still the same, so that's still just as bad. Nothing changed about it. It didn't stack healing for me. Oh, because you're not healing yourself. You need to heal yourself. Yeah, it says zero healing, but you need to actually heal yourself. It does not work on overhealing. If we jump and we take damage and we use that on ourselves and then we heal ourselves as a flash of light, the buff says 1719. Yes. So long as the boss don't treat you as ranged, should be fine. Yeah, if they force you to be ranged, if the bosses treat you as ranged, then there's no question. Like, you are ranged. Or you would be fucked up and try and be melee, but also have to play a range. So, if we're still regarded as a melee, we could do anything we want, honestly. Not a bad thing. I don't know. I don't think it's that clear, but if this is supposed to work the way it is, then that definitely makes the ranged build a little bit more interesting. Like, Holy Shock just being fat. Holy Shock's being fat and increasing quite a little bit off of, like, let's just say you're dropping Consecration and you're playing Mythic Plus, right? You're still melee. You're dropping Consecrations, but you know, the damage from anything you do will be stacked up, and you're probably gonna be generating Holy Power still normally. Maybe not picking up. I don't know. Would you pick up Crusader's Might? I guess you would. I don't know, man. It's so many things. It's so many questions, so many possibilities. It's such a mess. That's the problem. It's such a fucking mess. Because we've been just like ignoring casting for years, and now we suddenly have like casting possibly being a thing we want to do because it's gonna be strong, but you're not gonna be fully casting because Holy Power exists, so you want to be generating Holy Power, also casting, and there's a lot of things that make your casts fat, your Holy Shocks fat. Even not memeing Crusader's Might, just being like enhanced by Mad Paragon working the way it does could be fucking huge, but that just also counts for normal wings. But the thing is, Avenging Crusader, you know, the big healing button when you're playing it is Judgment. So Judgment also being buffed by 10% when you have wings active, and extending the wings is a massive buff to Avenging Crusader. I don't know, man. This is weird. This is starting to get weird. It definitely is looking a little bit weird. A lot of things that are starting to make more sense, but also not much sense. When I go heroic dungeons, I go tank. We cannot do any, right? Like we are on the PTR. Is the bet alive? I don't really want to do one on the PTR. I mean, we haven't disconnected, so we could do a Shadowlands dungeon. Oh, beta's up. Okay, so let's go beta then. Oh, I gotta update the client. Okay. Gotta update it. How does that happen though? They just like restart the client thing. I have a wrong version apparently. Anything new over here as well? Balance druids, nobody cares. Sword can now be moved on the action bars for evokers, Keg W. Balance druid talents, whatever, nobody cares. Alright, so that's about it. We've looked at that. We've looked at this. We've looked at this. And this battle is gonna open up. Maybe I didn't even click it actually. There is update. Updating. Oh my god, so now I got another video to do. Tomorrow I gotta go fly to Poland. I gotta do this video. I also got other videos that I would have liked to have done. But yeah. Gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night. Also, I was installing things on my laptop, the one I'm gonna be taking to Poland, and it sucks. I couldn't even update the game. Like, it would just make the rest of the PC unusable. And just having the streaming software open, I was already sitting at like 97% RAM usage. So my laptop is absolutely not gonna be enough to stream. Like I'm for sure not gonna be streaming from Poland. I wonder if I will be able to even edit videos though. What up, Sofiane? So I have two choices. Either I just don't do anything for YouTube and streaming for 6 months, which is gonna make me fucking insane. Oh, we also have the loading screen over here. Or I buy a new laptop just for the sake of actually making stuff. Maybe I should actually create a new character now that I think about it. Because they bump up the item level. Although there's nothing new, we're still doing heroic dungeons, so that should be fine. But for the sake of testing it, give me a second. I want to create a new character and see what the item level is. Talents have been reset. Nothing new there. Take normal computer to Hpala, and that would take a lot of money. That would be extremely expensive. And dangerous. But it's a possibility that I will think about as soon as I realize. Oh my god. Midway test. When I realize what my setup would be over there, then I would think about it. But for now, that's not a possibility. This power of the Silver Hand Holy Shocks are bonkers. Oh yeah, I mean, it does seem to me like that's broken. That's not working as intended. Wait, what the hell? This is new. They put a lot of benders over here. Oh shit! Look at that. Oh, we got the raid testing NPC over here. We got the vendors for fields with all the different like not difficulties. What do you call those? Rarities. Okay, so we're gonna for sure soon have PTR testing now. We have all the reagent vendors here for the professions, so those are gonna also be fully tested out. What's this? Warehouse peddler. It's just a bunch of materials. It is a bunch of materials, okay. Train me in a bunch of professions, okay. What else is there here? PvP vendor. At 366. In fact, my gear is still 340, but we can test out a fully decked out PvP character, at least in honor gear. What are these cauldrons? Oh, that's just normal cauldrons. Look at them. Greater Potion Cauldron of Ultimate Power. This concoction is unstable, but adding in some Veil of Chaos will allow you to collect a sample of the ultimate power. That one's not interactable with, but this one is. Okay. These are... oh, these are the crafting tables. Did they just like put them all together here so you could like... they just dropped this here and randomly didn't really look for a good place for them. Okay. So that's about it. That's like the only NPC there is for gear. And we still have 340, so that's nothing new. Let's relock to our all one. What do you think of the healing trinket that drops on streets? First class healing distributor? It sucks. It's not good. It was good until they nerfed it, and then it's not good, so don't worry about it. Don't think about it. It's doggo. In fact, if you really wonder, just go to Question of the Epic. Just check out Question of the Epic and look at the trinket comparison section. Okay, so what's your name in here, Jericho? Or invite me. My name is Midway 2. I do have to create a tree, so give me a second. Should we try another caster build? Unending Light. Let me get Unending Light again. You did an alliance. It's fine. It should be fine. It is no problem. It just if you add me on Battle.net, it will say that you cannot play with me, but that's just a bug right now. It is allowed. They put Echoing Blessings over there, yeah. I don't really know if you need to really be playing Breaking Dawn as a caster, honestly. I don't think you do. Let me play the weirdest shit ever, man. I mean, the recommended trinkets from your Season 4 video. Yeah, so then just disregard that one. Completely. Like the one you suggested. Hold up, let me... we're casting, so fuck that. Show the Veneration. Glimmer or Breaking Dawn? Do we really need Breaking Dawn? I don't think we really need it. Like, It is definitely good as a caster, but like we're still melee. I don't know. I kind of want to play Avenging Crusader though, even if it's a big meme. Let me do this as well. I'm gonna pick Improved Clans for the sake of it. So it's gonna be a melee caster build. Melee caster build with that and that and that and both of those go that way, that way, that way. Get that. What did we not pick? We don't even have Bob here. Yeah, okay, that's what's up. But you're so close to being able to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're so close to being able to... just picking all the capstones, but nope, not quite. So we could have Dusk and Dawn, as well as Sanctified Rat, as well as Mad Paragon. Whew, that's a lot of things, but we did not pick the longer horse, we didn't pick freedom, we didn't pick a lot of things that we don't really need. I wonder if they added more connections, but it doesn't seem like it to me. Yeah, we checked out the differences in the tree and that was not a thing. Let's just play without Bob. Fuck Bob. And also no Blessing of Summer, we're testing our power, not the power we can give others. Unfortunately, we can't really pick Breaking Dawn unless we give up Veneration, but Veneration is gonna be proccing quite often. Let's just pick it, whatever. Just seems like being melee healing gets overly punished, especially with directional heals. It does, yeah. I want to play Veneration actually. Fuck it. There's so many things I want to play. So if that was the case, then I would just be giving up this two, and then I would be picking that, and maybe I will be picking like Chris healing doing that, and then this, and this, and then this, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Yes. Did we miss anything? No. Okay. Apply changes. This could potentially be caster slash ranged slash melee slash a lot of things build. Quite a mess, but let's see what happens. And let me add you for a second as well. Choriku 2852. You've been sent a friend request. Under any circumstances, let me invite you anyways. Okay, there you are. So yeah, it does still say that I can't invite you because we're from a different region. Okay. Are you from a different region? What the hell? But I could invite you, so... You've just joined the party. Oh, there you are, okay. Why did they reset my frames? Party frames? Rate style. They changed this. It's my... Okay, everything's been reset, apparently. They deleted the presets, so now I need to make it a little bit wider. And a little bit more... like, taller. Wider again. Not as wide. Okay. Just a little bit less. Perfect. Save. Midway. Right. You are showing up as a green character, which I don't like, but whatever. Son veins ya, pero no sé, això és el que diu. Diu que eres una religió diferent, jo que sé. Well, let's queue up. Let's see what's up. Random heroic dungeons. You can do this non-queue dungeons and raids. Okay, dude. What the hell? We're in the same region. You can't do this in cross-faction group. You can't do non-queue dungeons and raids. How were we able to... Oh, no, okay. Oh, right, yeah, it is a problem. It is a problem. It is a problem, okay. So we can't queue up together. Because you are on the Alliance. Is there character respec things? No, there's not. You can't make it, Fuck. Okay, so if I have to create a new character, it will take me ages. Because I have to set everything up, and you know how it is. It takes me forever to do that. Wonder if that PvP gear has haste on it? Yes, true. True. That is very true. You can do it. It takes me forever, man. I gotta set up like every single thing in my bars, and that's just like my brain explodes.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Haste burst. Slower haste. Haste burst. It's lower haste, but more burst. Let's just... I mean, actually, we kind of just want... We kind of want crit, right? We want to be proccing infusions. That is... It doesn't matter the item level because we're going to get scaled anyways. But that is lower haste and no crit. I mean, we would potentially want a lot of bursts anyways, but that's for high Mythic Plus. For the sake of playing a smooth caster build, let's still go with Critical Strike. That is also lower haste. Everything just has burst, so it's always going to be lower haste. Yes, so nothing really good here. Nothing really good. Edit mode. There's no option to have class colors? Or is that just on like an actual dungeon? I wonder. So let's go and buy rank 3 vials. There's this guy, what is he selling? Mats. Are they literally dropping this in right now? Damage taken is decreased by 6% while over 50% handled by increased while... Okay, so that's not good for Mythic Plus. Increased amount of intellect for each enemy attacking you, stacking him up to 5 times. Ooh. Attacking you? What does that mean? Like near you? I'm assuming it does. That's a lot of intellect. After taking actions besides healing for 5 seconds, your next heal is increased by a lot. Oh shit. Okay, that could be a lot of extra healing. Gain corrupting rage, which grants a lot of critical strike after suffering 100% of your health in damage. You build this swap to overwhelming rage, which causes you to take 100% of your health as nature damage over 30 seconds. Oh. Oh, so you just have a lot of crit, but then this drops. And then you will be taking a lot of damage. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay, that's gonna be used by a lot of people. Intellect increase while list within 10 yards from allies. You will retain 75% of this stat for 2.5 seconds after being near an ally. I mean, how much does this stack to? 175? I think that's more, right? 175 times 5. Yeah, that would be more if you would be always doing 5 mob pulls, which you're definitely not doing 5 mob pulls all the time. But still, would either be even or on top. Embrace your inner snowstorm. Whenever you attack a target, gain a stack of glacial fury for 15 seconds. Up to 10 stacks, dealing damage has a chance to blast enemies near your target for a bunch of AoE damage. Increased by 15% per stack of that. Okay, so this is even more damage. Remaining stationary will increase your intellect over 5 seconds. Movement speed will be increased when you start moving afterwards. Okay. Just flat amount of verse. Defenseness. No, hold up. Deftness. Oh my god, what does that even mean? What is deftness? Your finesse. What? Your speed. I mean, I know the speed, but what the hell is finesse? And deftness? Is that like new tertiary stats? Hold up. Drink to collapse to the ground, frozen in a state of near death for 180 seconds, tricking enemies into ignoring you. Okay. So that's like a death skip potion, but you don't... It's... Oh my god, this is literally feign death or shroud, or what do you call that? Is it called... not shroud, the thing from the Night Elves. It's a Night Elf potion. Night Elf skip potion. So you could death skip a lot of things. This is gonna be very popular in Mythic Plus. Increases your perception, so another tertiary stat. Infuse yourself with the power of the elements, periodically granting you elemental boons. Each boon increases a secondary stat by a bunch and grants the boon effect. Alright, so you get different amount of secondary stats depending on what boon you have. Throw to spread rot and decay, dealing a bunch of nature damage to enemies over 10 seconds. Oh my god. That's a massive potion. 56,000 damage to all enemies. Ooh, that's juicy. Drink to shield your body, but elevate your focus, allowing you to restore a bunch of mana over 10 seconds. But you are defenseless until the focus is broken. Okay, so just mana potion, long mana potion. Reduce the mana cost of all your spells by 100%, but also increase the cast time by 20% for 14 seconds. So free casts, but longer casts? Okay, so if you're like doing insta spells, then this doesn't matter. This is perfect for melee, but still, we don't really have a mana dump mode, so that would be not really too good for Paladin. Consume this vile concoction to instantly heal yourself for a lot, but suffer the same amount of plague damage over 15 seconds. So like a lay on hands, but also you almost die afterwards. While dead, assault your enemy's consciousness. While dead? With the remains of your own, dealing a bunch of damage over 18 seconds to the target. Should you be revived, the remaining damage will be dealt instantly. Releasing your spell will return your consciousness to cancel the effect. What? You can use this while you're dead? What the fuck? So if you die and the mob is just about to die, you can use your potion to deal a bunch of damage as you are like almost killing the boss. That could be insanely cool. Imagine you're like, those 1% wipes should no longer happen with that. Because while dead, you use this and you deal damage. But if you are revived, the damage will happen immediately. But if you release them, the effect is cancelled. So, okay, so that's like so cool. Use upon a fallen ally to spread restorative spores nearby, which cling to allies and heal them for a lot over 6 seconds. Usable on yourself while dead. So you use this on a corpse, but then you like put a healing effect that's like uncapped. Very situational things, but they are strong. Like 60k healing to everybody over 6 seconds with no cap. Imagine somebody dies. You heal the whole raid for 60k on the corpse. Could be huge. Restores a lot of HP, that's the normal healing potion. Drink to increase your primary stat, that's for 45 seconds. That's a massively long pre-pot. Restores a lot of mana instantly. Drink to increase your primary stat for 30 seconds. So there's like... well, that's a potion. That's also a potion. Oh, that's the ultimate version of it. So there's like an even stronger version of things. Normal imbi spot. Propel forward a significant distance, momentarily weightless. This is literally enabling so many skips. Look at that. Oh my god, that's gonna enable so many things. Holy shit. Okay, these potion things are very cool. Just imagine the amount of potions you're gonna need to have in your bags though. You're gonna be required to have so much bullshit. It's gonna be crazy. There goes all my money. What are we looking at still? That's the one. Okay, what's this one? Envelops you in a field of static for 30 seconds, discharging every 5 seconds to deal a bunch of damage and nearby. And reveal nearby enemies. Okay, so you do ticking damage every 5 seconds for 30 seconds. Okay. Sure. I do believe the other one with the like 50k damage, like the poison cloud thing, would probably be better, but Cauldron, their primary status increased. Okay, so they just get a normal intellect pot. This one is the ultimate version of it though, and they get the other ultimate version of the thing. Has 100 uses, and each exchange provides 5 potions? What the fuck? I'm trying to sell it if I click it there. Okay, let's... Cauldron of Hpala for 3 minutes. Alice can take a sample of the suspiciously fuzzy liquid as a refreshing drink to restore 80% mana. Oh, that's a fish fist. Fish fist is back. There you go. Sagacious incense. Place down a pleasant incense that soothes the mind of everyone nearby. That's just granting increased inspiration. This is just like the change talents thing, right? But you can already change talents anywhere. What the hell is this? Increased inspiration. Then there's the food buffs. 220. Secondary stat, okay. And then there's the major one, which gives you this 220 to your highest secondary stat for 1 hour, also healing you. So that's like this, the weak version, and there's like the strong version. But this one still says higher secondary, so I don't know. I don't really know. Yo, what up, Chamontita? I prepared another DH in the Horde. If you're ready, let's go. I kind of gotta do this quickly. I want to have dinner still. It's 3 AM and I haven't eaten. Here we go. If you have one character ready, let's just go. ¿Cómo empezó Paladin, Dragonflight en tu melee como rango maestro? They just changed a lot of things in this build, so... Oh my god, this could be... I don't know. Right now we gotta do the first dungeon after the changes. So I don't know, I'm gonna try a different build here. We're gonna be going with Avenging Crusader and also trying to cast. It's gonna be weird, but right now I don't really know where it stands, to be honest. Before this, it was kind of weak, I would say, but also like an upgrade from what we had before in Shadowlands. But now this could be quite strong, all things considered. So, okay, this is the build we're running for this dungeon, guys. This is weird, but we're playing sort of like a caster build that's also going to go on melee. They've now made Power of the Silverhand worked. In fact, it procs 100% of the times whenever you use Holy Light or Flash of Light. Is that intended? Probably not, but we're gonna have the buff to Holy Shock pretty much up all the time. We're gonna be doing damage and healing all the time, so we're just gonna be completely like having the buff come up and be charging up until we use the Holy Shock like forever. So all our Holy Shocks are gonna be stronger. They also buff the healing from it, not the damage, so that's just gonna mean that our Holy Shocks are gonna be doing a lot of good healing. Also, we're stacking up stuff that makes us do more healing. I didn't pick up this, I just realized, so let me just do that for a second. Also, we don't really need this. Oh my god, I just deleted everything. Oh, fuck. Give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec. Am I missing something? Oh yeah, the beacon. Okay, there it is. So, yes, we are going to be stacking everything infusion-wise. I forgot about that one. I picked something else instead, but now we just removed the double charge of Crusader Strike, because we're not really going to be spamming the hell out of Crusader Strike to generate Holy Power. We're going to be trying to rely on our casts, and also we're going to be picking Unending Light. Actually, I didn't really intend to use a lot of Light of Dawn, but kind of wanted to see if this is working. We already know Bestow if it is working, but either of those, I don't know. There's a possibility of also picking Breaking Dawn and actually using a lot more Light of Dawn. For now, I'm not going to go with that, and I instead just play Veneration and play sort of a caster build, but also, there it is. I also fix that, missed that. So we're gonna be playing Avenging Crusader. We're gonna be using it with the new Mad Paragon, which also extends the duration of wings by 1 second when you throw a judgment, and also buffs the damage of the judgment by 10%. On top of that, we are gonna be running with Sanctified Wrath. So the base duration of Avenging Crusader is gonna be 25 seconds. We can extend that a lot by keeping Hammer of Wrath and Judgment on cooldown. Also, having procs of Veneration happen, so we can extend the duration of Avenging Crusader even more. Now, we don't have 2 stacks of Crusader's Might, or rather Crusader Strike, so we will not benefit as much from the duration, or during the duration of Avenging Crusader from that, but we'll see about that. It's going to be fine. The main source of the healing anyways is going to be the melee hits, and then the Judgment. So, there we go. Anything else? It's just nothing crazy. We are able to pick Dusk and Dawn. Seal of Order is now working, but we're not picking it for now. It does what it did before, so nothing new there. And they also changed the Avenging Wrath Might to only increase critical strike like it did before. The tooltip has been fixed, so it doesn't say that we also get extra damage from that, but yes, we are going to be playing a little bit of a weird build. We'll see how that works. The idea is going to be to go in melee and to try and cast a bunch of stuff. That's about it. That's all I can say. How does Holy Paladin Battle Rush work? You just cast it. That's about it. It's cast, 1.8 seconds. When somebody dies, you select them and you cast, and they revive. Just a normal battle rest, basically. A normal ass battle rest. Nothing new about it. Nothing too special, basically. So we also have the new food consumable stuff. We can get extra haste from this thing. 220 haste for 1 hour. So we go ahead and eat it for 10 seconds, and we get 220 haste. There's cauldrons, which will give you a flask, but you also need to spend primal chaos. So you don't just get the thing, you also need to spend something to get it. Okay, what is this flask gonna do? Inspiration increased by 0. What the hell is inspiration? I have no idea what that is. It's not a stat that I can see. It shouldn't be the tome thing to change your talents, because there's no tomes in this expansion. Yeah, it's not instant somehow. I guess it's still not that late in NA. I don't even know. It's not a good hour in NA or something. It's for crafting. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, so is that like the thing where you had like a window of time where you could get procs and do multiple crafts? Yeah. So there was a thing during BFA where you were like, you procced something and then you crafted all your stuff for the day or the week or whatever, and you produced multiple stacks more often. But that sucked because like the only way you could be competitive was by abusing that. This should do like about 60k damage to everything within the cloud. To all enemies. All the enemies within the area. That's huge. That's a potion. 5-minute cooldown, but that's huge. Imagine 60k uncapped AoE every 5 minutes. And you all use this. I mean, you expect the numbers of the HP from all the mobs to go up, but still, that's a lot of damage. So there's those 3 stats for crafting. Okay, I see. Perception, so that's what it is. You have more of whatever that is. And then the deafness, also whatever that is. Finesse, whatever that is. This one is a snowstorm thing. The more attacks you do, the more you stack that one up. I guess it's not the best for a Holy Paladin. Flash, or rather your next healing is increased while you don't heal for 5 seconds. That couldn't be too bad. Maybe that's like... I mean, I don't know. Yeah. You probably wouldn't really be using this under many circumstances now that I think about it. Because you're always healing somebody. Even if you're like melee and generating holy power. At least you holy shock somebody. So that's already healing. Intellect increased by the amount of enemies that's nearby. I think this is gonna be very strong for Mythic Plus. You're always gonna have a big bunch of enemies around you. However, there's the other one that gives you also a lot of intellect while you just have allies around you. But this one gives you more So you would have more intellect while you're doing AoE packs, but on the bosses, if there's no ads, you will get less. You can change it though, that's the thing about it. You can change files pretty easily. So you could have your single target file and then your AoE file. Potions, just as normal. The snowstorm one, we already had that one. The stationary one for the intellect. The burst one, pretty boring. There is a lot of stuff, man. A lot of cool stuff. I'm not gonna bother buying anything else. I'm just really want to get into the dungeon and see what's up. Which one would I use? Let me just use it now, actually. I guess I would be using the AoE one. So it's 30 minutes, intellect increased by a bunch per enemy near you. Well, it says attacking you. Just one more DPS. Oh, I see, yeah. Should be popping soon. So it says enemies attacking you. Oh, yeah. Each enemy that has attacked you in the last 8 seconds. Ah, so that's probably not gonna be proccing much then. Then let's just change into the Glacial Fury, see how much we get out of that. Okay. Let's go! We get into the dungeon. We got a weird build. Let me put this over here so you can see the details. Although details is not enabled right now for some reason. Okay, I guess it just broke. Somebody declined. Oh my god. The version of details probably broke, so... yeah, there's no such thing as details right now. Maybe they just deleted all the add-ons? Because I don't even have an add-ons tab over here. Let me open up Curse Search. Oh yeah, my Divine Tool macro was not working. Not sure why, but it wasn't. Whatever. Don't really want to look at that now. Now we need all 3 DPSers. Nice. Amazing. Gotta love when somebody doesn't join the queue. Alright, there is an update to details. Let me see what version there is though. If you need to leave, don't worry. No, I wanna get this done. I wanna get this done, don't worry. Thank you for making the Holy Paladin Gets. You helped me a lot. Also, hi from Germany. Hello there. I'm going to Berlin tomorrow. I'll just be there for a couple hours though. I'll be moving over to Poland in a moment after that, but yeah. Thank you for hanging out for a little bit, and yeah, I'm glad you like my guides and they're helpful. That's the reason why I do them, so I'm happy that you're happy. This thing won't let me see the version of details, so what the hell? Like I wanna have this done so I can potentially somehow pass the footage over to my laptop so I could then do a video about it another time. Because if I cannot really play properly from Poland, that would suck as well. But this is all just a matter of having, you know, videos ready in the backlog so I can keep on shipping them. Because I'm sure I can edit out the video. I don't know about recording, and I don't know about playing, and I don't know about streaming. Those are the problems. Editing the video, even though it's probably really slow, should be fine. Let me reload this. I think I might have details now. No, it doesn't show. Okay. The latest version is from... oh, never mind. I got the release version. I'm installing the awful one. It's installed. Okay, we got a dungeon. It's good old Antorus. I've done this dungeon the most, so that's also good. We don't have class color somehow, but also we don't have add-ons here. Unless I need to reload. Let me reload real quick. Tritchat says no DPS want to join without details. True. They don't know what's going on. That is true. It's not a very good comparison. That is completely right. Why would you join if you don't even know what's happening, right? Okay, let me beacon things up. I don't know what these players are, since I can't see. Okay, so I'm supposed to be casting, right? I'm supposed to be casting, also being in melee, also generating holy power, and probably should have somehow spec'd as well into Breaking Dawn, but whatever. We're gonna use our spare holy power into Shields of the Righteous, and we'll just use our Crusaders, Avenging Crusader, whenever we are in a big pack, even if it's just for damage. But it is absolutely true that you said it. We don't have details, so we can't really see what's happening. This is not exactly good material for a video anymore. Now that I realize it. Nobody really wants to see this, because they don't know what's going on like me. Okay. Let's pop this, and let's throw that, and let's just do damage. Got a proc of Hammer of Wrath and Veneration, that's good. I can do that, and maybe generate some proc from Veneration somehow. Also, we could use Crusader Strike to heal, but we don't really need to heal. We're really just extending the duration of our... things are dead already. So we extended Avenging Crusader for a little bit, but I don't really know how much. Can't tell. Also, why we don't have Mythic Dungeons yet, man? This is just, like, not enough to be a challenge. At least not this dungeon. This one never did any damage. So I'm casting, I'm supposed to cast once again. We got Divine Toll as well, man. We're stacked. We are stacked. We don't even need to use anything, because we just, like, have so many things at our disposal. Hammer of Wrath, Divine Toll, maybe Crusader Striking, dropping Consecrations, maybe generating Holy Power with infusions, or maybe healing the weakened target with Faster Flight for more Holy Power. There's like so many different possibilities of how you want to play this. And once again, we don't know what's going on because no details, so you're gonna have to just imagine the numbers. In fact, I don't even have numbers enabled in my screen, so that's not even available to be seen. Shit. I mean, I guess we could have tested the healing if there was healing to be done. Can you just, like, pull half the dungeon? Just go ahead and pull, like, everything until the boss. Just do whatever you want. A massive pull. In any shape or form. I mean, whatever you can take as well. But I'm thinking you should be completely fine. In fact, go ahead and pull the boss. I'll pull it for you. There we go. The boss is on me. I'm tanking. We don't know what's happening, so it doesn't matter. We just want to get through it and see. Okay, we pop Avenging Crusader. And we do things. Extending the duration, throwing judgments to heal and extend the duration once more. Spare Holy Power onto Crusader, Avenging... fucking hell, so many names. Onto the shield thing. Okay. You gotta break the chain, by the way, otherwise we take infinite damage. We still have Avenging Crusader. We're not casting during that time because it's just like carrying us. We now lost it. We don't have the buff anymore. So we can still generate procs of Veneration by randomly, like for example, we just got another one right there. And throw a Judgment. We already had one in the backlog, actually. No, that's not what it is. That's because it's low HP. Well, That's just sad that we don't have details, because we can't see what's happening, but that felt alright to me. I'm assuming a lot of the healing was being done by Avenging Crusader. Assuming. But the whole idea about Avenging Crusader is that you're gonna be able to increase the duration by a lot. Because every Judgment and every Hammer of Wrath is gonna be adding duration on top. So you will also increase the duration of it. Normally. By picking Sanctified Wrath. So it's already gonna be 25 seconds. But with all the extensions, you could make it potentially close to we were saying a 37-second long Avenging Crusader, which is a lot. Also, the damage of your Judgment is buffed during the time that it's active. The Avenging Crusader, that is. That would be pretty good. And we already have it back, so... How much damage would that be? Don't really know. And we have the talents spec'd into, so we could like potentially just go and start spamming a little bit of Flash of Light if we needed to. But we could regularly also just rely on our Holy Power, or we could potentially just use the Holy Power to just simply do damage with Shield of the Righteous. But we have the option to maybe, you know, do a little bit more spot healing. We have the option to use it on Words of Glory, maybe some AoE with Light Dawn. So maybe it's taking a little bit more of a, like a secondary role, but that's a very, very bold thing to say for every Holy Power spending ability. That was a pretty small pool, but I don't know. I wish we had without Mythic Dungeons, and overall I really wish we just have Mythic Plus enabled. That's gonna be the big deal about this. This guy's probably using some sort of potion where he's taking damage, or is he just like, oh, that's just Burning Rush. That's just Burning Rush. Where are you, man? Oh my god, you're so fast. And we need to heal a little bit maybe, so we can then do that. And I don't know, maybe use we picked Divine Favor, yeah we did. So there we go, we use that. So we just have a much more versatile role here. We could step back. This guy's getting clapped. We could step back and start casting if we need to. We could go in and do damage if we need to. We could rely on Word of Glory if we want to. Light of Dawn could be a thing. We could also just cast and maybe use Divine Favor here and there. Generate Holy Power from afar or casting. There's so many things you could be doing. In fact, I do believe that might just be too many things. Pull the whole thing until the boss, man. Just go. Just do it. You won't die. You won't die. I have Sack. I have Devo. I have infinite healing. It's not the whole thing either, though, but... Might be the case that this guy's tanking, actually, now that I think about it. I didn't pick Bob. Ooh. We still have Avenging Crusader up for 11 seconds, and the pack's like halfway through. Can we get a proc? No, we didn't. Still up for 3 seconds, by the way. 1 second. Yeah, we just had that up for the whole pack. I wonder if we're getting procs from Awakening as well. We probably are. Yeah, we are. So that's also a thing. Massive uptime on... Oh my god, what was that? 80,000? I think that guy might have gotten a bit too many stacks. or something happened to it, because I've never seen that guy be that big. And he just one-shot me pretty much. I don't know if there's any interaction with that trash and this boss. Oh, I guess we ninja pulled something we were not meant to pull at all. Somehow. Dead. Well, that's a pretty long run back. Thought the boss was a mob behind? Nah, the boss is always in the middle with the stingy. I don't know, tank. Yeah, I've never seen that mob being pulled. I don't know how it did so much damage. It did 80,000 to me. I don't even know what it was that did damage. I mean, it's interesting seeing what the mob does, but we definitely would not have chosen to pull it if we knew. Also, there's these burning chains over here. Still don't know what they're useful for. You take damage when you use them. I don't know if like there's any offensive or defensive use to them. There might be some interactions about them. Do I have double horse? Yeah, I do. It's just short horse though. Yeah, it's 1 second less duration. Yeah, we got kind of clapped. We got kind of clapped. Well, since we don't have details really, I don't know if I can really use this footage, but it's kind of cool that we just are able to extend Avenging Crusader so much. But it really, you know, a lot of it is just getting procs from Awakening as well. It does proc onto the right spell now, so that's a thing. You can always keep on getting more Avenging Crusader from those procs if you want to. It is not buffing your consecration damage though, so that's the thing. That's also one of the big reasons why you don't really play Avenging Crusader, is it's only giving you more healing and more damage off of a few spells, and it's gonna force you to be melee because of Crusader Strike and melee damage. So it doesn't really work on a full ranged build, but it could potentially work if there was some sort of middle ground like we are trying to find here, where we cast sometimes, we don't cast sometimes, we are melee sometimes, we do a lot of damage sometimes, we do a lot of healing sometimes. It's a little bit of a massive middle ground. I don't really know what to call that, honestly. Wouldn't really know. Are you pulling the trash on its own now? Well, I kind of wanted to see what it did. Okay, we go, boss. We pop that and we go ham. And during Avenging Crusader, we're just doing damage. And that guy got topped up in like no time. I mean, it's over now. I don't know. Didn't really have it up for the big damage, but the big damage wasn't even big anyways. Also no beacons. I do believe the healing from Avenging Crusader does transfer to the beacons. So that could potentially also be... Well, I was missing it there for sure. But you can see the damage here happening is extremely low. Not sure. I can't tell. Can't really tell what's happening any differently. Alright, now we run. I want to use that potion for that AoE damage thing. Did I put it anywhere? Yes, I put it on Alt 3. So next pack with a bunch of mobs is going to be deleted. my god, they're gonna be evading. Oh shit, I fell down. Okay, that's a potion thing. We're moving out of it though, so that's fucked up. Can't really see it anyways. It's really hard to see it in the ground. That's a huge bull. Good shit. No damage happening though. Once again. Didn't really have to do anything for healing. It's just way too low of a dungeon level. We go up right, I believe, yeah. This guy's got aggro or something. Oh, it's a big channel. Oh yeah, it's a massive channel. Might have beaten more than we could chew now that I think about it. Just a little bit. Yeah, these guys are doing some damage. Oh my god! Knocks an enemy back. Inflicts 79,000 physical damage to an enemy. Okay, so now there is damage on these packs. But some others have none. Okay. Gotta go left on here. Well, I just had Avenging Crusader late over there. And I think I probably did not use Divine Toll. I just used it on the pack before as well, but it should have come back at some point. Did not realize it though. Did we kill anything? They just about didn't die. I mean, these guys look big and scary, right? You're expecting them to actually do something. They do have damage though. They do have damage. That channel spell is doing a lot. And the brutal strike thing also kind of does quite a little bit. You can CC them as well, which definitely helps. Interesting. Did not expect that. Getting channeled on again. That channel is definitely doing a lot. Gotta re-beacon things. Going for a Holy Light for the extra holy power is just extremely annoying. Is it worth sitting on a 2.5 second cast? 2.3 actually, for 2 holy power. Depends. Boom, let's go. Not sure about it. I mean, maybe it is. Oh, he's gone. Ooh, that did a little bit of damage there. And that also did a little bit of damage. Did I have a debuff that increases damage taken by having stepped onto the fire thing? Probably. Don't really know. Doesn't seem so. What are we scaled down to? Oh, we're not getting scaled anymore. I see. So we are all 340? Well, I am 340 at least. Well, we have luck of the draw, so we have the 15% increased healing and damage done where you're queuing for random dungeons. That's what happens. That's also something that I did not consider until now. That we are always getting this buff when we're doing random dungeons. Lack of the draw. But we did lose the scaling. Should I clean something? What do you mean, kill like trash? Appreciate a follow. Wall clock. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the stream. I could use a pre-bot. Why would you need to kill anything here? What do you mean by clean? Oh, you mean clean the coins? Like do them. I don't know. I'm also thinking that maybe whenever she does that frontal, if you hit the ad with the frontal, that is going to empower it somehow. Like that might be like a mythic mechanic sort of thing. I don't know, possibly. Just fishing for extra duration. Oh, Avenging Crusader right there. Yeah, it's really hard to tell what's going on when you don't have details. That is for sure true. Unlock this customization option. Renewed Proto-Drake. But there's no dragons here, so I wonder what that looks like. I mean, I'm thinking CurseForge will not be up and ready until tomorrow at least, so I think we're just kind of done for today with this little testing. Details, details, details. Even if they change it, I'm not gonna do another one today, that's for sure. Was a little bit lost, didn't know this dungeon, but was nice. Oh, well, that was okay. It's just some of the mobs did a lot more damage than I expected them to, especially that section before the elephant. I don't think I've seen that damage before, and those ads that we pull before the Smith boss, we never pulled those before at least, so yeah, I also didn't expect that damage. Maybe they've tuned something on those though. Not sure. But yeah, the scaling was disabled, so we're no longer scaled up on the heroic dungeons. So we're a little bit weaker, which means we are supposed to take a little bit more damage, but still, we didn't take much damage throughout the whole dungeon, besides those 2 points where we just died. And yeah, there's gonna be no details update, and in any case, I'm done for today, so I hope you enjoyed the stream, even though it was a little bit of a short one, and just fixated onto looking at the updates, and I'll be making a video on the things that we talked about before. Mainly and probably only the breakdown on the changes to the tree and the whole talents spec tree or whatever. And yeah, I'll be seeing you next time, probably from Poland, because I'll be going to Poland now, so tomorrow or whenever I next stream, if I ever do, it will be from there. So yeah, Otherwise, you might not see me for probably 6 months. Who knows, man? Who knows? I'll probably take my PC. Maybe yes, maybe not. I don't know, man. But in any case, I'll be seeing ya. And that's about it for me, guys. Next time, or until next time. Bye-bye.